Just off the A92 in Fife, and attempting to have a look at the Fife transmitter at the Fife end of the Tay Bridge. I've never been to it before, to my knowledge. Or been to it anytime soon, anytime lately anyway. So this is quite a setup. So it's got a weight on the end of this chain, and that causes this gate to spring closed automatically. Ingenious idea. So I was just heading up the path. I could see the mast just up in the distance there. The Dundee's just over the brow of the hill there. The A92 is running up in that direction to the south. And if it's going this way, it's going towards the Tay Bridge. Tay Road Bridge. The mast is a lot further than I thought. I didn't think it was that far away from where I'm at. I don't quite know how to get to it either. I'm just going to assume that this track will lead up to it for access. That's my assumption. Lovely bit of the country. Nice day, nice sunny Sunday afternoon. Considering only a few days ago there was this big storm, Babbitt or whatever they called it, where Dundee was flooded, and probably lots of other places around about the country as well. This is the 22nd October 2023 today. The storm was at the Thursday the 20th, Wednesday, Thursday, just a few days ago. Now look at the weather. So anyway, besides that, I'm trying to get to this mast, but I've got a limited time, so I'll just have to consider that as well. I've never been to this bit before. And you can see Dundee Law there in the distance. Also known as the Law Hill. As usual, I wasn't really specifically planning on doing a YouTube video, but might as well do it anyway, seeing if I'm going to be doing a bit of recording just to make reference records, and here it is from my own record, so I might as well make it suitable to go public and show you what I'm doing. So it's on my other phone, or this device. It's not quite as, so the other one to record on's got a better quality. It doesn't it takes away the movement when walking, but this one, as I say, I never really planned on doing a video, so. But anyway, the aim is to get up to there. I don't know just how to do it. The path leads quite a considerable distance that way. I'm just going to assume there must be a spur off of this track, you know, another track that leads up to it for access. And you can see the Sidlaw Hills here in the background. That's the north boundary of Dundee City. You can see the city there as well. Sidlaw Hills is the Sidlaw Hill Range in the north side of the Dundee City. So you get a lovely view of River Tay and Dundee City. And my attempt to get to that mast. My first attempt, because I haven't been to this one before to my knowledge that I could remember. Now I'm assuming and hoping that this road will lead to it. So it's kind of sweeping to the left, the mast's now there, and I'm kind of hoping this road is going to sweep round to the entrance to it. And as usual, because I'm unprepared, I didn't take my hiking boots with us, so as normal I'm going to get muddy. Always the same, is it? And it does look like it's heading in the direction of the mast. So it is going towards the mast. And being October, late October, actually, I was retracted that. I thought that was ice. I don't know what that is. It's no ice. That's pretty bizarre. I've noticed strange substances before in the water on the roads, like a frothy kind of substance. I've also recorded a yellow kind of substance, powdery substance, one day when it was raining and lots of puddles. Now this initial thought was it was ice. I was just about to tell the viewers that this being October, it was because it is quite cold, and I wasn't surprised to see some ice, but that has actually surprised me because it isn't ice, it's something else, some other substance. But anyway, I'll have to limit the video to this mast only. I've done other videos on things I find bizarre, but I'll just keep the video focused on this subject at the moment regarding the Fife transmitter at the Fife end of the Dundee Tay Road Bridge. I just want to get a little bit closer to it and take some footage of it and see it a little bit closer. I haven't been next to it, not to my remembrance anyway. I don't recall being here before. I've saw the mast plenty of times, but I've never been right next to it, or as close as possible to it, like without climbing it with any fences, you know, just staying on the public side. So I'm just curious to see it a wee bit closer. It's lookers over in the distance. See the lookers, guard bridge. I don't think that'll be St Andrews. I think that's lookers. I could be wrong, I don't quite have my bearings correct, but it'll either be, it's quite big actually, so maybe it is St Andrews. Oh, hang on, that's blooming, that's Broy Ferry, isn't it? That's across the water, across the Tay Bridge, across the River Tay. That's Dundee, bloody hell. It's just because of the angle I'm looking at. I thought that might have been, because you can see the River Tay there, like. So that's Broy Ferry, Morayfield, etc. It's part of Dundee anyway. There's no Cooper or St Andrews or Lookers or anything like that. That's Dundee. Just for the initial thought, I thought that might have been Lookers or St Andrews, but it's clearly not. Anyway, we're getting there. This is definitely the road to it, the mast. So, and I can see big dishes at the bottom already. So this is as far as I could go legally, because this is the boundary of the transmitter mast. So I shall not be going past that to do any YouTube videos. So you'll just, this is as far as I'm going. I'm not going over this. This is the boundary, so I will not be climbing over that to film any footage for YouTube. So I'll just film the footage for my video from here, and this is the first time I've ever been at this mast. So I've never been to, I've never saw the clear view of it. You know, I could see it from the road, but the majority of the time in driving, so I never really got a good chance to study it from the distance. So, but now I'm getting to see it close up. I'm interested in this kind of thing. I put this on my channel for anybody else like myself that's interested to see it. Like I say, all the footage I'm taking is from this side of the and this path led all the way up from the public path. So I'm interested just to share this with you. I'm interested to see it, and I'd like to share it with you, and that's all I'm doing. Nothing more than that. I think there'll be microwave. I don't know if that's for a cell phone tower or TV or radio or what. There is some information boards here on this fence. So EE I could see, so that's a phone network. But I'll read it first before I, record it and broadcast it. I'll get some pictures of this as well. And just at the other end of that, as you could see, that's Dundee just across there. And you can see this from the top of Dundee Law. So I finally made it. First time I've been here. As I said earlier, I saw the mast often enough from different viewpoints, but I've never really been up to it close up. I've been at the bottom, but quite interested in that kind of stuff. So as I say, I just share it for anybody else like myself that's interested. I'm curious as well. If you're from Dundee and you want to see what it looks like close up to it, then that's what I stuck this on my channel for. So I'll just start heading back. It took me about 20 minutes to get here. I took my time. I was kind of filming as well, so I'll sort of time how long it is to get from here back to where I started the video, and I'll give you a rough idea as to how long it takes to get to this point, or how long I took to walk to it anyway. So as I said, it's an access road to it, but it looks as though it'd be kind of limited as to what type of vehicles could go on it, because it doesn't seem like it's solid ground. So I'm reckoning it'll be more of a 4x4 kind of, although there must be big lorries to get the structure up here. I mean, unless all this has been just tarmac under there, because as I say, I can't imagine any big vehicles like lorries or stuff coming up here, because this ground is just, it's muddy, and I don't think that'd be suitable. And look at the height of the branches that just scrape across there. So it's going to be limited to just smaller 4x4 vehicles, I reckon, for servicing the mast. During construction, I'm sure there must have been tarmac, under there for it, and these trees would have been, wouldn't be overhanging like that if it was big lorries coming in to build the thing in the first place. No, I'm not quite sure when it was built. I think it was, I'm guessing, the 60s. I've done little research into it. I just wanted to have a look at it today, and that's all. So I might do a wee bit of search into it and stick a bit of info in the video here for you. Tay Bridge Transmitter transmits free view, and I'm going to guess it was built around about the same time as the Tay Road Bridge. So it'll be the Tay Road Bridge was opened in 1966 by the Queen. So I reckon this would be built round about that time, because it is called the Tay Road Bridge Transmitter. So I'm going to reckon mid to late 60s that this was built, and it transmits Freeview. Now that's just a very, very quick Google search. I just don't really have time to go digging into the research into it. This exercise today was just to literally get me exercising. I needed to do a little bit of walking to keep my fitness up, and it's a nice day. I wanted to do a bit of sightseeing, so I decided just to make this a mission to have a wee look at this mast, and that's it. I haven't really done a lot of research into it. Maybe for another video I might do an article on it. I'll see. I'll just see what happens, but it was just mainly to get a look at it from here, and that's it really. If you're watching this and you want to put some info about this mast in the comments to this video, then that would be good. Put some interesting info, and would be interesting for me and anyone else that wants to learn more about this, until I get around to doing a bit more research into it and making maybe perhaps an article video or a follow-up video, you know, with a little bit more info about this mast. If you're interested to know about it, that is. And right, so I'm going to have to get shooting off and got other things to do. So I'll actually, what I'll do is I'll round the video off when I get back to the start point, and I'll give you an idea how long it took me to walk from here to where I started, to let you know roughly how long it takes and roughly how to get to it. So, you know, if you're interested to stand here and have a look at it. This is not crossing over any boundaries or anything, to my knowledge. I just followed the path up. There was saw a jogger and other members of the public, I guess, using it. So presumably this is okay to be here, so long as I don't cross over the boundaries. It has got signs up for CCTV, so I'm not going to go over the boundaries or anything like that, and just standing from here. And that's why I'm just letting you, that's why I'm saying it on my video, because I'm not encouraging anybody to go through it via my video, like, and just letting you know that you could get to here if you're interested and have a look at it. Okay, right, it's time to head back. Okay, I'll see you when I get there. Right. So I'm actually quite chuffed that I found the mast first on my first attempt. Quite chuffed with that. I thought it was just going to be a night, but I didn't realise it was as far though from where I started my search. I didn't realise the mast was quite so far out into the country. I just thought it was just going to be just up the track there, but no, it's a good bit further. So just remember this, if you're coming up from the A92, the road, this is what this leads to, you're walking up this way towards it, to go towards the mast. The track sweeps round, you're not going there. What you do is you see this little junction here on the left. So you're just walking up this path from the A92, you get to this sort of bit where the path sweeps over. There's two gates, that's going to the farm, and there's this other one. That's the one you would go through to get to where I was at for the mast. So what I've actually done, I never made a straight walk back to my car after all, but I can still give you an estimate. It's about a 10-15 minute walk to the mast from where or from where I started it rather. I won't say where in part responsibly, but if I show it I'll just make it more, because there's not really any specific areas where you can park, so you just got to park sensibly. But I'll show you a starting point from where I started the video from, to give you an idea how we get to it. Now what I done is I came up, instead of going down that way to the starting point where the A92 is, you know that sweeping bit I was on about, well I've just walked along, continued on up here, so that gate to the mast is up there, so I've just come round remember where it's swept to the right? Well, I'm just coming round here, just a couple of minute walk, and just want to have a closer look at this set up here. Now I think it might have something to do with the water board. There is a farm actually just up there. It looks like you can see a farmhouse coming in the view. You could even see well I did actually, further back I was able to see that shell garage, but not really much relevance. Is that ponies? It's ponies. So this video's kind of coming off at a tangent here. I don't really want to be doing this. I just want to keep it on regarding the mast. But I've just kind of wanted to have a look at this on the way back to the car. I don't really know what it is, but I'm guessing it's something to do with water, the water board. And there's a little farm here now. There's a farm just up there, and there's some little ponies in there. So this path continues way up there, but I'm not going up there. As I say, I'm just heading back to the start. I just wanted to have a wee look at this en route, but I just noticed that as I was coming round, and I wanted to have a closer look at it. So if you see this, if you're making your way to the mast, you know you've came too far. That'll be on the, depending on what way you go, there's infinite ways to get to that mast, but this is just the route that I took. If you want to follow the same route I took, then if you see that, you know you've continued on too far up, you've missed, you can't miss it. I mean, it's only the first left, the gates on the left, 2 red gates, and it's the second gate, the one that's, you won't miss it. The track continues on through it, and just literally a minute from where that junction was. The video might have went off at a tangent slightly, but I look back on these for my own records as well, so I wanted to know what that was, so I've just stuck it in this video also, somebody else to see as well. And that's the junction just there, and as I said earlier, it's that gate you would go through. It's got the sign saying unsuitable, was it, road liable to subsidence, driver care. This device isn't as clear as the other one, but don't be confused with that. I don't know where that goes, but where I was at earlier with that, just a minute ago, was where that fence is. That's the water, something to do with the waterboard, I'm guessing. The garage, the Shell garage on the A92 northbound is just down there. If I could try and get that on there to show you. See, it's not quite as sharp as the other device I use. I didn't plan on doing a video, so it's my standard phone, this one, but just have to do it, I'm afraid. So I don't know what route this is or anything. There is oh, you bugger. Oh no, what a fright, that was just a sharp thing. There's arrows. So it's part of the right of walks, or whatever the heck they call it, the walkways. So as I say, that's where I was just looking at that waterboard thing. Go through there, that literally leads you to where I was at. Well, basically that literally leads you to the mast. But I didn't go past the boundary fence, so you could stand at this side of it and get a view of it. And as I say, it'll be about 10-15 minute walk for the gate at the A92 to the mast, depending on your fitness level, of course. So as I said earlier, you get a nice view of Dundee and the Sidlaw Hills in the background when you're walking this path on a nice day like this. So just in contrast, you can see I think that's 150 metres above sea level. I'm not quite sure what the structure is yet, the height of it, but you can maybe make out the Scottish Transmitter Mast there. That's about 200 odd metres, 230 metres, the structure. And then you've got the mast on Craigibble, the top of Craigibble Hill, part of the Sidlaw Hills, which is more along the sort of size of this mast here, the Tay Bridge mast. Yeah, I just checked online, it was something like 148 metres high, the Tay Bridge Transmitter. You can also make out the Dundee Law mast, radio mast as well. You've got the monument on the left. Unfortunately this won't zoom in as much as my other device, but that's the radio transmitter mast, and the other structure that left's the World War's Memorial Monument. And you've got Cox's Stack as well, and Lochie there as well. It's an old chimney used in the 18th century, known as Cox's Stack. So just literally a stone throw away from the A92. So that's the gate you go through. You just literally walk up this path, get to that junction where I mentioned earlier, continue up there once you've turned left onto that track, and it's going to lead you right to it. 15-20 minute walk, depending on your fitness, is my estimate. And that's Newport just over there. That's A92. So you're coming up from the Tay Bridge, if you're, well, put it this way, there's not really anywhere you could park, but just so you know where it is and you can find somewhere to park responsibly, you're going to be intending on where it is you're coming up this A92 road from the Tay Bridge, first left, and there it is. That's where you start. That's where I started the video from. So you've got to find somewhere to park responsibly, and if you're crossing over the road, there's a crossing point here. That's the way I suggest if you want to follow the route that I took. And if you're going that way, just head towards the southbound A92, northbound A92, go towards Dundee. If you want to conceal something you don't want to be seen on video, just remember the sun, if it's at a low altitude like that, well, the sun, you know, if it's shining at a lower altitude, make sure the shadow doesn't give it away. Right, I'm not going to show you where to park because I'm not encouraging anybody to park where they shouldn't. I parked responsibly. I parked where that wouldn't cause any problems. That's all I'm going to say. There isn't anywhere to park here really, officially. But if you are, park somewhere sensibly, and you could go there to have a look at the mast if you're interested, like myself. Okay, so that was it. Didn't plan on making the video, just literally the idea just came out of nowhere, so I just decided to do it anyway. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See what else put on my channel. Okay, bye for now.